Ain't broke no Lord, I'm still blowing on the boy balls. We gon' make some magic. We gon' make some magic. And just do what you like. We gon' make some magic. We gon' make some magic. Make some magic. And just do what you like. Come on in here. Oh-wee. Oh-wee. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are watching Magick Up TV. I am your host, Seven The Alchemist, where we talk about love, we talk about law, we talk about all things, you understand. There's nothing off the table. And this week, we started. The rocket has blasted off into the stratosphere, you understand? It's time. Y'all been asking for it. You've been asking for it. So go ahead and hit the share button. You know what to do when you get here. I ain't seen no love yet. I ain't seen no love yet. Come on. You know what to do. Let's go. We almost in February, y'all. Today is gonna be amazing. We're gonna make some magic. Come on in here. Magick Up TV. It's where we get it in. We get it in. Y'all ready? Who's excited? Who's excited about today's lesson? What is magic and the 12 universal laws? You know, before I get started, I'm going to say this. You got a lot of naysayers out here. You understand? You have a lot. You have tons of naysayers, right? People that don't want to believe in anything. But at some point in life, you've gotten to a certain age where you understand that there is some type of celestial force. There's some type of celestial knowledge. There's some type of celestial abilities that continuously to give us and continuously to give unto us amazement and wonders. I mean, come on, y'all. It was only just maybe 200 years ago when we was traveling on horseback. Now we have what's called a hyperloop that's going to be able to get you thousands of miles in minutes. Huh? I mean, just a little over 100 years ago, I mean, not even 100 years ago, we was washing clothes on a washboard. Now you can just put your clothes in a box, close the top, hit a button, and then come back, and minutes later, you've got wet, clean clothes. Now, to get those clean clothes dry, we used to have to hang them out or lay them out in the sun. Now, you get to throw those same wet clothes in a box, close the box, push a button, come back minutes later, and you've got dry, clean clothes. If that ain't magic, I don't know what is. You understand? See, at some point, we have to bring these things down to a level till we can understand and utilize such information. And the powers that be and those that govern the things that we are so grabbing onto and finding life to be more joyous with, they abide by the same principles. Everything in the universe abides by these same principles. What's keeping you from a life of grandeur? What's keeping you from a life of ease? What's keeping you from these things? One is the knowledge of these laws. That's number one. How can you enjoy something? Well, I can't say. You can enjoy plenty of things without the knowledge of it. However, in the sense of toolage, in the sense of utilizing tools to better things, how can you have a tool? How can you use a tool if you don't understand it? They say right now that these millennials are afraid to drive. They're afraid. There's so many people that are afraid of so many things that, one, they can't understand, two, they can't control. But what if you could? What if you could control just a tiny bit? That would change the way you walked around. It would change the way you looked at things. It would change the way you accepted things. Why? Because once you realize that there are some things that you really can change. There are some things that you truly can manipulate. For the better and for the worse. You understand? If I decide right now, I want to live in purgatory. Right now, if I decided, you know what? Man, to hell with ease, to hell with all this. I want torment, I want purgatory. All I have to do is go rob a store. Or go kill somebody. That's all I got to do. And I will forever get everything that I asked for. Everything. Confinement, torture, abuse, neglect, abandonment, resentment, self-hatred. You understand? All of these things become me. So now let's turn it around. I want this type of life. I want this type of life. And so many people are knocking their head up against the wall trying to figure out life. Why? Learn the laws. You don't have to figure out life. Just learn the laws. And life will give itself unto you. Y'all ready to get into this? That was the prelude. You know what I mean? That was the giving people time to get here shit. You know what I mean? Let's go. What is magic? Magic is defined by neutral. It's neutral. You understand? It's neither good nor evil. That's what we have to understand first. Because when I talk about magic, a lot of people get weary. They get scared. They get, I don't know. And we're not talking about magic, M-A-G-I-C, like stage magic, like pick a card. No. Saw a girl in half. No. We're talking about magic, M-A-G-I-C-K. You understand? It's neutral. Neither good nor evil. The practitioner decides how they like to focus this neutral energy. Magic is a powerful tool that you can use to bring about positive changes in your life. Let me get another definition for you. Hold on. I had another one for you. I don't really like that one. Hold on. Un momento. Y'all keep coming on in here. Oh, we're not going to rush this one today. We're going to get this one in. You understand? This is the one you asked for, right? It's the one you asked for. You understand? This is the one you asked for. See, we have to learn how to be patient sometimes. A lot of people like to rush through things. And see, in the rushing, I could have missed somebody. Somebody that's trying to come on here right now and get this knowledge. Get this information, should I say. I won't call it knowledge. I'll call it information. Now, that was the definition that I wanted to use. Magic is neutral, neither good nor evil. The practitioner decides how they like to focus his neutral energy. Magic is a powerful tool that can be used to bring about positive change. Let me go on into my other. All right. It's energy. It's anything. All right. I'm gonna give you another definition. I had another one. Y'all, just wait for it. You wait for it. Here we go. Magic is an art and a science. It is a dance with the powerful energy that resides in self and the divine. You understand? It's a dance. It's an understanding of certain laws. And then once you become responsible with those laws, you're then able to utilize those laws to either your advantage or to the advantage of others. You understand? Laws. What type of laws? The 12 universal laws. What are the 12 universal laws? I'm going to give you the names of the 12 universal laws and then we're going to talk about it. All right? Step one to magic is understanding principles. You understand? How can we bend laws if we don't understand the laws? So law number one, the law of divine oneness. Everything is connected to everything else. What we think, say, do, and believe will have corresponding effects on others around us and the universe. Right now, a woman can wake up in the morning. She can decide to have a great day. She can go out into the street. I can plow her over and completely change everything in her whole circumference. Everything. I change her life, her husband's life, her children's life, everyone's life in her circumference by one event. One. Or someone could be down on their luck, about to be evicted out of their home, and I help them save their home, buy the house, give them the mortgage. That completely changes not just what happened in that particular sense, but everything else for quite a bit of time. Divine oneness. Law of vibration. Everything in the universe moves, vibrates, and travels in circular patterns. The same principles of vibration in the physical world applies to our thoughts, feelings, desires, and will in the etheric world. Each sound, thing, and even thought has its own vibrational frequency, unique unto itself. The law of action must be employed in order for us to manifest things on earth. We must engage in actions that support our thoughts, our dreams, emotions, and words. The law of action. Though we might think these things, you understand, the law of vibration. Though we might think these things, without the law of action, there's only but so much that can take place with the law of vibration. You understand? The law of correspondence. The law of correspondence. This universal law states that the principles or laws of the laws of physics that explain the physical world, light, energy, vibration, and motion have their corresponding principles in the etheric or universal, as above, so below. You understand? So the law of correspondence. The law of correspondence, again, this universal law states that the principles or laws of physics that explain the physical world, energy, light, vibration, and motion have their corresponding principles. So gravity has its own principle. Light has its own principle. Vibration has its own principle. Motion has its own principle. You understand? Though they all abide by the law of vibration, they have their own principle. The law of cause and effect. We're talking about magic. You got to understand these laws. The law of cause and effect. Nothing happens by chance. This is a very important law to know, y'all. Nothing happens by chance or outside the universal laws. Every action, including thought, has a reaction or consequence. We reap what we sow. The law of compensation. The law of compensation. The universal law is the law of cause and effect applied to blessings and abundance that are provided to or for us. The visible effects of our deeds are given to us in gifts, money, inheritances, friendships, and blessings. The law of compensation. You understand? If a man work, he should eat. These are laws, these are universal laws that have been hidden in religious books for centuries. Which is why when people follow religious teachings, a lot of times their lives get better. It's not because of this particular religion necessarily. It's because of the universal laws that each of these religions are teaching. It's a fact. The law of attraction. The law of attraction demonstrates how we create the things, events, and people that come into our lives. Our thoughts, feelings, words, and actions produce energy, which in turn attract like energy. Negative energies attract negative energies. Positive energies attract positive energies. The law of attraction. If I'm a messy person, there's no way I'm going to be able to keep company with people who are conscious. Not conscious and in alignment. They can be conscious and messy. But it ain't I'm not going to be able to keep too much company with the light if I'm in darkness. Something is going to happen at some point to separate or to break that up. Because the universe needs certain things to take place. And if it's going to use me, if I'm going to allow myself to be utilized in the oneness of the universe, and you're deciding to go against everything, then how can we keep company? So the moment I realize that I can't keep company with you, remember, we're one, that means someone has to be sent, or some people has to be sent to me, or I have to be delivered unto a people. Why? Because if I'm a leader and a people are in need of a leader, then the need of the people goes out into the universe. You understand? And the need of the leader goes out into the universe, and they start doing it. You understand? Those needs start doing it, and then they manifest themselves into unity. They manifest themselves into community. They manifest themselves into a people. It's magic. Okay, we're going to keep it going. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy. All persons have within them the power to change the conditions of their lives. I'm going to say it again. All persons have within them the power to change the conditions of their lives. Higher vibrations consume the transformation. Higher vibrations consume and transform lower vibrations. Thus, each of us can change the energies in our lives by understanding the universal laws and applying the principles in such ways as to affect change. If I'm a messy person, if I'm a Debbie Downer, if I'm a negative person, and one day the law of vibration, I realize that I'm a messy person. I realize that I'm a negative person. I realize these things. But I don't want to be. You understand? I don't want to be. So the law of vibration is going to cause me to do something different. It might not cause an explosion. It might just be a little ignite. You know what I'm saying? Just a little spark. Oh, there's a guy named Seven that you might want to watch the video of. And then you go and you watch this video. And you're like, you know what? He's right. Oh my God. And then that video leads you to another video. And then that video leads you to another video. And then that video leads you to some books. And then those books leads you to a group. And then that group leads you to some healing. Next thing you know, 6 months later, you are no longer a messy person. Voila. Magic. We got to bring it down so that we can utilize this stuff. You got so many hurt people around here not knowing that they have wings. Why? Because those who are around them don't want them knowing that they have wings. I'm trying to be so good, y'all. I'm trying to be so good. I have to govern my mouth. The law of relativity. The law of relativity. Each person will receive as a series of problems, tests, or initiations, lessons, for the purpose of strengthening the light within each of these tests, lessons, to be a challenge and remain connected to our hearts when proceeding to solve the problems. This law also teaches us to compare our problems to other problems into its proper perspective. No matter how bad we perceive our situation to be, there is always someone who is in a worse position. It's all relative. The law of relativity. See, I can be like, oh man, I ain't got no money, man. I ain't got no money, man. Because in my bank account is $1,000. I'm broke, you understand? I can't do nothing. Why? Because I'm hanging out with some rich boys, you understand? And all my rich homies, they got like, you know, M's in their accounts. So compared to them, I'm broke. And if this is who I'm always around, then it's going to continue to be my concept. You understand? The moment I start hanging out with some people who got $30 in their account, you understand? I'm a rich man. You understand? If I live in a box on a hill and you live in a mud slab in the valley, I'm a rich man. Relativity, y'all. And this is what, see, the powers that be understand these universal laws. So watch it, watch it. So you have millions of people who at one point thought, I'm doing okay for myself. Middle class, you understand? I'm doing okay for myself. All right, so now the powers that be, they got to break this shit up. It's way too much power in these streets. You think you're doing too good. You know what I'm saying? You really think you balling because you can take your family on some vacations this year. You got a fridge full of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got a house full of furniture. Too many people doing too good. So what we gonna do is we gonna give you some reality shows. You understand? Bring out the Bugatti. Hey, bring out the mansion. MTV Cribs, show them what's in your fridge. Hey, show them what's in your garage. Hey, show them where you work at. Now, you don't feel so good about your life. Why? Because you're in a box on a hill. See, the mud slab in the valley, they ain't even got internet. So they whistling while they work. They, I ho, and I whistle as I go. And they just down there in the mud slab, just slanging it. Just, woo, man, this is good life. Woo. But you know what? I sure do wish we could get a box on the hill. That's all they worried about is that box on the hill. Just, every once in a while, they look up at the box on the hill. But see, the box on the hill dude, he got an antenna, right? He on the hill. Ain't nothing for him to look up to except for the birds, right? So he looking up at the birds like, wow, that's nice. Ooh, that's birds. Huh. At least I ain't down there in that valley. I'm going to get me an antenna. So he put the antenna in the box. Now he got a TV. You understand? Now, he start going and start looking at other people's lives. Oh, man, they got cars and horses. I ain't got no car and no horse. Maybe I ain't doing so good. I need to leave this box on this hill. I'm going to go back down into the valley. I'm going to cross over the seas. I'm going to go, you understand? I'm going to put myself into a worse situation so that I can have everything they got. But I already got everything. The law of relativity. The law of polarity. The law of polarity. Everything is on a continuum and has an opposite. Everything is on a continuum and has an opposite. We can suppress and transform undesirable thoughts by concentrating on the opposite pole. It is the law of mental vibrations. Everything has an opposite. We can suppress and transform undesirable thoughts by concentrating on the opposite. We can transform undesirable thoughts. If thoughts vibrate and thoughts become things, then we can change the things around us by concentrating on the opposite. It's kind of like what I said about the guy in the box, except for the guy in the box was already at the top of the hill. There was nothing for him to feel negative about until he put himself in that position. I'm talking about now the opposite of that. Now, if you're in the valley, and the valley is not where you want to be, and you want to get up that hill, then all you have to do is continuously feed your mind about how to get up that hill. You know what? We're going to have to work out. Everybody, we're going to do 2-a-days. We're doing 2-a-days because in the next 90 days, we're charging the hill. We're going to take that box. Yeah! Oh! We're going to take the box. Woo! All right, 2-a-days. All right, now you need proper vegetation. All right, because when we get up the hill, we don't know what we're going to eat because we ain't never been up that hill. So you are in charge of vegetation. All right, now you're going to be our medic. We got to prepare. You have to prepare. You cannot just arrive. Success takes preparation. Magic is the magic happens in the preparation. The rituals, you understand. The rituals. If you don't have, we're going to get into rituals. The rituals. We have to understand these laws and understand how to bend them. I hope this is helping somebody. I hope I'm helping somebody. The law of rhythm. The law of rhythm. Everything vibrates and moves to a certain rhythm. These rhythms establish seasons, cycles, stages of development, and patterns. Each cycle reflects regularities of God's universe. Masters knew how to raise above negative parts by cycle, by never getting too excited or allowing negative things to penetrate their consciousness. The law of rhythm. Let me better explain that. Let's say that we're in the valley. What most people do is that they just keep doing the same shit. You understand? They keep doing the same things. Now, you in the valley in a t-shirt and some shorts because it's hot. You don't understand the law of rhythm. You don't understand the rhythm of nature. You don't understand that in the next few weeks, it's about to be blistering cold. You understand? You and your tribe, y'all don't know that. Over here, across the river, they know. So what they do is they spend all autumn preparing. They're getting their skins together. They're getting the shelter together. They gather in their wood. They're doing all of these things in preparation for the season to change. They understand that whatever it is that they're going through is going to change. It is either going to change for the better or it's going to change for the worse. But make no mistake about it, change is coming. We should get ready for it. So now winter comes and the snow is thick. Now, those on this side of the river are freezing their asses off. Their people are dying. They're suffering from disease and cold and all of these things, frostbite. They're losing limbs. Across the waters where we at, we eating good. You understand? You got the same people on the same land, under the same sun, under the same circumstances, experiencing completely different lives. Completely different lives. Because they understood that things change. Let's keep it going. The last one. It's my last one, y'all. The law of gender. The law of gender manifests in all things as masculine and feminine. It is this law that governs what we know as creation. The law of gender manifests in the animal kingdom as sex. This law decrees everything in nature is both male and female. Both are required for life to exist. As we proceed into magic, as we proceed into truly getting deep into this stuff, we have to understand these laws, y'all. This is our our stone or our scroll of our nucleus. You understand? This is the beginning of things. This is that that chart, like the periodical table and all of that. Like this is our alphabet. This is our mathematical system. You can have anything you want by understanding these laws. You're able to make every day amazing or not. The things that come about in the day, they come to either test us or to push us forward, to make us think about what it is that we want, or to help us manifest what it is that we want, if that's the way that we eat it. You understand? These are important laws because when you understand them, you start to govern things. You become a judge. You understand? You become an Elohim. You become an all-knowing. You become celestial. Because none of these universal laws depend on melanin. It doesn't depend on education. It doesn't depend on anything taught in school. It is the leveling ground of excellence. It is the ground zero of flight. This is your bazooka and your Gatling gun. It's your bulletproof vest. It's your sword. It's your armor. These are the things that you should learn. Yes, we can learn so many other things. We can learn how to add, but that will only be applied in mathematics. We can learn how to spell, but that will only be applied in vernacular. It will only be applied in verbal communication, in reading, in you understand? But these things transform lives. This is the writing of the tablet. This is how we come up with cell phones. This is how we're able to communicate across worlds. You understand? And when you understand these laws and you really start to perfect them, you'll start to see why it is that I say life is easy. We make it hard. You understand? Now, I want y'all to come back. I want y'all to come back this afternoon. I have a very special surprise for you. This afternoon, I'm doing an interview with a sister from South Africa, from KwaZulu Natal. I hope I'm saying that right. KwaZulu Natal. Her name is Nosipiwe Butelezi, and I am interviewing her this afternoon. I'm going to put a graphic up. I'm interviewing her this afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. South Africa. So the topic is polygyny, the ancient way. You understand? It's going to be a very, very interesting topic. We're going to speak to a sister about polygyny. That's going to be a very interesting topic. So come back at 1 o'clock today, Eastern Time. You understand? If you all have any questions about anything that we went over today, inbox me. You can email me at seventhealchemist@gmail.com. That's my name spelled out, SEVEN, thealchemist@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? If this was a great lesson, I ask that you share it. It's time for us, you know what I mean? Like, it got to a point in life where they said, gather your guns. You know what I'm saying? Get as much ammunition as you can. Put the food in the pantry. Make sure you got blankets and ample water. But this right here is on a different level. This gives you the power to not just transform your life, but those around you. in an amazing, amazing way. Look how many people have been receiving in the last 12 months from Magick Up TV. You understand? Look how many lives have been changing. Even if it is 100, even if it is 1. That's one more person that's going out and affecting someone else. This is our responsibility. We say that we want to build, we say that we are people, then we have a responsibility to the people that we claim to be a part of. Whomever those people are. I was sent to mankind. I belong to mankind. I do not belong to myself. I belong to mankind. So if in fact I belong to mankind, then I have to do as the Spirit sent. How do we know what we're sent to do? How do we know what we came to do? How do we know what we're here for? You're already doing it, family. You're already doing it. Now that you're doing it, it's time to know what you're doing and now do it with a different sense of intensity. A different level of intensity. Now, instead of just being able to see the future whenever, now, whenever, sometimes I see the future. I have to go to sleep, jump on a Thursday under the half moon. No, now you're gonna be able to access your energy. You'll be able to pull it. Bow. Why? Because everything that we need to know operates within these 12 universal laws. So how do I see the future? It's not necessarily that I'm able to see the future in the sense of a picture, but I'm able to align the knowledge that I have with what I know the result of it will be. Magic. All right, now, you gonna die, you go out there. How you know I'm gonna die if I go out there? Because, bruh, it's 30 people shooting guns right outside our front door. The chances of you dying is about 88%. Now, sure, you got that 12, but hey, if that's what you want to do. Now, he go downstairs and get shot. How'd you know I was going to die? I could see the future. I told you I could see the future. You understand? So those who have a lot of these esoteric abilities, a lot of these supernatural abilities, what it is the alignment of the 12 laws. It's perfect alignment of the 12 laws. You become the 13th law, the willing participant, the practitioner of the law. You become the 13th. You are the 13th. You are the 13th. The law of free will. You understand? You don't understand what it took for me to come into this week, knowing that I was going to teach some people how to fight. Because everybody who wants to know how to fight don't want to know how to fight to protect themselves and to expand. Some people want to know how to fight so they can go out there and create havoc. And the knowledge that this brings, again, magic is neither good nor evil. But it is the tool of the practitioner. You understand? Life is easy, family. Make some magic. Make some magic, family. I love y'all. Peace to man, woman, and child, and all things that walk the earth. As above, so below. May all things be balanced and in perfect harmony. With love. Dua. 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 I love y'all. I love you. You understand? You've been watching Magick Up TV, and I am your host, Seven The Alchemist. Peace, love, and light. Be responsible with your magic. Be responsible with your magic, and it will bless you. It will give you a life that you have never believed you could have. But how could that be if you didn't believe you could have it? Peace, y'all. I love you. Tomorrow, we're going to get in it. Come back, 1 o'clock today. We talking to Nosi Piwe from South Africa. Sister, queen, about polygyny, the ancient way. Love y'all, man.